Good morning. How are you doing today? Where's my camera? I've only had one coffee and had no breakfast yet, so do bear with me while I get this together. So, lots to report on in the last 12, 24 hours. Well, probably 12 hours, 10 hours, 8 hours since I slept. I don't know. A lot to notice. I didn't see this post yesterday on the Cointelegraph. Steam community relaunches platform as Hive to make it truly decentralized. I think that's the core component to get across here. As much as I have opinions about the previous witnesses and the soft fork and the hostile takeover, all of those things, this is a good article because this is what we should focus on going forward, right? Relaunches platform as Hive to make it truly decentralized. It's always been the thorn in the side for a lot of the highest staked consensus witnesses was the mined Steem by Steemit, and that's no longer going to be a problem. It's going to affect, obviously, not having that huge amount of Steem power in there. But the community is worth more than money. That's what's obviously come out of this. But also at the same time, the very tenets of what the platform is, the immutability of it, the ledger, the decentralized nature of it, that at its core component, which I always supported, is what matters the most. Having a place on the web that you can immutably write and post and know that lots of nodes and lots of servers around the world have your back, are syncing effectively your blog around the world. So even if they freeze one front end, there's lots more front ends that you can view it on. So I'm not going to get into all of this stuff, but basically Hive is going to give you a airdrop balance one-to-one of a snapshot of your existing balance of Steem, and it will be now Hive. So everything you did before will be Hive. So your logins and everything will all work over on the other thing. So this morning I woke up and I was just like, let's have a look at the price of stuff. Bitcoin's like leveled out, it's come up a little bit. And I was scrolling down. Let's have a look, see where everything else is. We've got a nice green day. And then I was like, Dash, 22%. Wow, Dash jumps like 22%. So I started scrolling down a little bit more. And then I was like, what is this? Steem at 40th place, 173%. I mean, it was higher than this. I took a photo earlier on when it was like 190s, but probably been higher than that. So all of this pump appears to be from Korea. So me being not very economically or very smart when it comes to this kind of stuff, is it that the Koreans want to pump so they can get out? Is it because they want to pump so it has more value? Is it because they want to be able to like buy more tokens so that they have more Hive? Like, it's an interesting dynamic and power play, and I think this has been a prime period of time for Steem and the Steem community to look at itself, to define what it is, what Steem is as a community. Is it about growth? Is it about money? Is it about onboarding, retention, security of the governance of the chain? There's just been so much had to be thought about by lots of people in a short period of time. So we've got this new Hive thing. There is an account out there called Inner Hive, supporting the Hive blockchain, spreading the world, keeping the facts straight. This bit on the end kind of like winds me up a little bit because it's kind of presumptuous. It kind of comes across like, forcing the facts almost. Which is fine. I get it. Like, if you've learned something from Steem now, like, it's amazing the amount of Steemians that have come across the Twitter now. Like, they hated it. It's like, oh no, it's not for us. And then as soon as their chain was affected, everybody was on it, like a war zone. I think this is great, though. I will say that I think it is great, though. I'm always torn about these things. I have to look at it from both sides. I think it's fantastic that the airdrop is being supported on all these exchanges. The only thing I will say about Inner Hive's Twitter account, I don't know who's managing it, but it does get a little bit bitter. It doesn't look very professional at times. It comes across a little bit childish. We say, adios, Justin Sun. Enjoy watching Steem tank after Friday. I know I will. It's like, not necessary. I know you're angry. I know you're frustrated. But this kind of childish middle finger is unprofessional. I think there could be a little bit more professional there, but just saying. Talking about professional though, I do really like what they've done with hive.io. It's simple, it's clean, it's defined, and I think Steem always needed that. So if we're going to get a fresh start, defining what it is from the get-go is super smart. Fast, scalable, powerful. A blockchain for Web3. I feel like the people who are putting this together now are going to be the graphics guys, the design guys, the developers who have built existing things for Steem and just bring it across the Hive. I know one of the most respected witnesses that I respect, Roland P, is taking his wallet and turning it into Hive wallet. It just fits. It just feels right. I'm not sure if that logo needs a few iterations, maybe. I do like the white space of the H, but also it could have more impact to it. I think that should be an SPS thing, and we should see like so many different versions of it. But happy to design something like that actually in Keynote as an animation. I think I could do a good job on that. So for people who don't know about Hive for the first time, or Steem, or don't know about the legacy of Steem, and that's the intention here, right? Is to move away from Steem and steemit and go to Hive. So it'd be for a lot of people, it'd be the first time of hearing about Hive. What is Hive? What is the blockchain for Web3? And so they'll come across this, which is hive.blog, which most of us know is the new steemit communities. It was launched on steemit first. One of the guys, Roadscape, developer, was a developer for steemit. Obviously, has left, as all the developers have left. Yeah, that was the other thing that got me on the inner Hive thing, is they were like, you have no developers now. It's like, come on, childish, unnecessary. Just move on. Put a line underneath it, flag in the sand, move on. So for the first time ever, people who hear about Hive, and especially now in the middle of a pandemic, of people wanting maybe to communicate more, they're at home, they're in isolation, they want to chat in forums and chat rooms. This is the very first time that they've seen communities. Like, to them, this is just Hive, right? It's not community. We know it as communities. Steemians know it as communities, and we know it's new, but it is also a blank slate. And I think now the time is to really double down on information and education on how people can set up their own communities, build their own communities. There's going to be people who could build things for their town, village, company, all on Hive, and I just think that feels better than Steem blockchain ever did. It's an abstraction, but I think it's a healthy abstraction. So it'll be interesting to see if people adopt that. There's a few things that need to be changed, like just little things like the logo and stuff when you go into dark mode, and also the wallet doesn't work now. I realize that. I think it's going to be live tomorrow, Friday, but yeah, those little things initially, if people are coming across like this logo and then searching for Hive, the fact that it's up and that doesn't work, I mean, it's just a small thing. I know it'll be fixed tomorrow, but I think this could be a fresh start for Hive. I'm going to start calling it Hive now. I still think we have the same issues with the power play environments with witnessing and consensus witnesses, and I do worry about how big investments even come into Hive. And maybe that's not an issue. Maybe they don't want that anyway. I still do have this sneaky suspicion in the back of my mind that we might end up with just like 250 or 300 very hardcore anarchists who run Hive and want to manage Hive in the pursuit of governance, healthy governance and security of the chain, but ultimately to protect their investments of the last 4 years. Not only monetary, but like time spent, community spent, relationship building. It's been a very protectionism, intellectualism kind of environment, and that kind of turns me off a lot, to be honest. I do love the software. I do love the technology. I really, really do. I think it's groundbreaking. Even now, after 4 years, there's other companies and blockchains that try and do this. It's like 5,000 other chains out there that have an idea and they feel like their blockchain solves it. Whereas I've watched the evolution of the dApps and the chain and people building on top of it. And anybody in this whole list of over 5,232 cryptocurrencies would be jealous AF of our market exposure that we got right now, right? We jumped from like nearly going out of the top 100, and we hung on with white nails on the edge of the cliff, and we're now at 40th position because Korea is pumping this, regardless of how you consider things, to the outside world looking at coin market cap. Steem is pumping for whatever reason. It's up, and that's exciting because that transition period, that energy wave from the Steem blockchain to Hive, and seeing Hive in this list is going to be nice, I think. Yeah. Anyway, I just wanted to put that out. I just had a coffee, and that's just my impressions this morning as I log in, and I'm excited to see where Hive goes. I'm hoping we can put a line under everything and start off on a positive footing, and see if I can get involved more with communities, see if I can get more integrated, and increase and improve my skills and knowledge, and try and add to a community rather than feeling pushed out or not relevant. Because I did feel, and I still feel, that there needs to be more distribution and more acceptance on the chain, rather than just, the smartest cookies in the shed are the ones that govern it. I hope that Hive really fosters a groundswell of emotional intelligence for the next 4 years. That would be nice if we're here for 4 years. Let's just keep it to 4 months for now. All right, I will catch up with you soon. Take care. Bye.
Drifting slowly into an empty space where I can go. I'm just a